What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Mid Ketchup Podcast, episode 36, the Enquiring Minds of Both Worlds, with your host, Mr. Nice Guy, aka Mr. Hayes Adonis, aka Mr. One More Again, and I got my man Regime over there.
All day, Mr. Make It Happen, man. What's good? And we
got Mr. Make It Happen. And we got we gotta have a little perspective in the building. You know what I'm saying? Representing Philly all day. Coming straight out of the DC area, we got the perspective. Aaliyah's in the building. What's up, Aaliyah?
Hey, y'all.
What's going on? And go ahead, Razim. Introduce your boo.
Hey, man. So I've been waiting all week to do this, man. My boy's in the house, man. This cat, man. Hey, I've been knowing this cat for a minute. We was in Iraq together, dodging bullets and fueling up tanks. You know how we do. And this cat, man, he been putting out music for a while, man. This cat, hey, I got so much respect for this brother. Y'all give it up for my boy. One son all day. Let's go. Hey, clap it up for my boy.
One son in the building.
Right.
What's
up, man? Welcome to the show, my brother.
Appreciate y'all. Hey, for bringing me on, man.
No doubt, bro.
Yeah. It's good to be here and just what I'm saying, connect minds with y'all. And
no doubt.
to see. Yeah.
Of course. Always enjoy having a guest on. Roz always bringing good people through that we done hung out with. Always nice to have another vet on the scene. You know what I'm saying? We got the three vets on here. Always good to have another vet on the scene. You know what I'm saying? So
this cat a poet. This cat is, oh my God. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be turned up today. Let's go.
Hey, let's get it. So, all right, well, we're going to start it out. One of my favorite, you know what I'm saying? The drink of the day is in the building. Once again, the drink of the day is in the building. I'm always enjoying that. So, I'll go ahead and start it off. I usually try to mix mine right here on the show. So, I got the shaker right here. You know what I mean? I got a little vodka right here, a little Russia in the build. I'm going to pour that in right there. Then, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to step it up a little bit. I got a little Grand Marniers in the building. You know what I'm saying? I'll throw a little Grand Marnier on that. I got me like a Grand Marnier on that.
Hey, you know, Aaliyah don't like Grand Marnier.
I ain't worried about what Aaliyah doing.
No, I do. I like Grand Marnier and my margaritas. I'm trying to see where he going with this.
So I'm making a little, it's going to be kind of like, you know what I'm saying, a little cranberry Grand Marnier.
I got you. It's gonna work.
It's gonna work. You know, I know what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Fruit going on.
Okay. Shake it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Throw that on the top. You know what I mean? And now I'm good to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm good to go. So this is, you know what I'm saying? This is a little shake, and this is bringing in the new year. You know what I'm saying? This is my bringing in the new year.
007, let's go. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Making things happen. Make a little slow pour into the glass.
You know what
I mean? Doing it up.
You
know what I mean?
No. That's it.
All right. That's it. All right, then. Yes, for you. So, Roz, what you got?
Water.
You
better have some damn water.
Hey, wait a minute.
I'm just saying.
So it's a new year. You know what I'm saying? So I went out. I want to do a little something. Hey, look. First of all, my birthday is in this month. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Turning the big 5-0, so I'm celebrating the whole month. You feel me?
I may have to make some time back. Get over there.
Look, 5-0. I got a couple gray hairs in there. 5-0. You know what I'm saying? 5-0. You know what I'm saying? 112. So what I did was when he got me some spice rum. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But what I did was I laid the baseline for you. Laid the baseline for you with my little. Hey, there you go with my little ginger ale. You know what I'm saying? Look, hey, boom. Look to the bottom. Okay. Look, a little pineapple, a little splash, okay. And then I laid the rum on top of it. You know what I'm saying? Laid it all, you know what I'm saying, mysteriously. I like it to call it. Look, I like
damn old lady drink.
Yeah. Hey, look, I gotta tell Leah, calm down. Calm down.
I'm saying
go
with
old
lady drink.
That's
what's up. All right.
You see the pink? You see the pinky? She a hater.
All right, Aaliyah. All right,
you be rolling. You better hope you make it to 50.
Hey, Aaliyah, talk to me. You know what I'm saying?
So,
like, talk to me. What you doing over here?
Whew, so today I had gin, of course, always on the gin. I got a little bit of elderflower liqueur in here. I have Hendrix gin and a squeeze of lemon and tonic, and there it is. Like,
elderflower. What the hell is an elderflower?
See, that's what I'm talking about.
That sounds like somebody auntie drink. I got that elderflower.
No. I'm about to say, I mix you up one time, but I'm telling you, picking that high enough for that.
Look, that's
something I do. I'm, as a certified bartender,
that's why we don't know what elderflower is.
Exactly.
Hey, look, you saw how I got the nod of approval for mine. She was like, "Oh, as a certified bartender, I see what you're doing."
She should be hating on me. That's all.
If you make it again, take a little bit of rosemary. Light it a little bit and pour it in your drink. When I tell you, that's it right there.
Now we gotta start lighting shit on fire too.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Don't do that. Honestly, for your drink, if you used instead of using a ginger ale, use ginger beer.
Okay.
You might be an adult on some things. That's all.
That's what I'm talking. Okay, well next time
I'm trying to elevate. I'm trying to elevate your drink for you.
I gotta burn anything? Can I burn an orange peel?
No, you don't gotta do all of that. You don't gotta do all of that.
All right, one son.
Oh man,
what you bringing out here? All the way from the motherland. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm in Africa, and it's still Africa hot for real. It's over 100. It's actually 2 a.m, and I'm drinking something from the earth, some good old spring water.
All right.
You
gotta keep it cool,
Yeah, gotta stay hydrated over there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He got real spring water.
Put a little lemon in it. Get fancy. You be all right.
Hey, you mess around and be a heat casualty for real.
Yeah, you don't want none of that. You don't want nothing. You be out there with red.
What time is it?
Red
what time
dog
is it in Africa right now?
He said 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh,
and see, that's that little that's that cheap drinking. That's what that is.
Somebody gotta kill somebody.
Well, on that note, we're gonna keep it pushing. Everybody out there, you know what I'm saying? Once again, we're back in the building. Mick Ketchup. We want to wish everybody out there, because we hadn't had a show since, but so wish everybody out there a happy new year. Hope you had a great holiday, got all the presents you wanted, enjoyed them, didn't get nothing trash, and also had a great time on New Year's and was safe and sound. So cheers to everybody out there. Once again, throw in the comments what y'all drinking on, what y'all mixing up. If y'all some bartenders out there, let us know how to fix it up. See if Aaliyah can run the game with you. You know what I'm saying? Out there, so do it up.
See if you gotta burn some shit. You gotta.
I guess Rajim wants some fire drinks. So if y'all got some, fire drinks out there, he can burn his house down. Go ahead and get him on that.
I gotta step my damn drink game up, because I ass been putting my damn rum down, spice rum. I didn't
put the rum down. I just said, you can improve upon that. That's all I said.
Hey, gotta get better. It's all about getting better.
Her sound eloquent.
Yeah. Her sound all the elderflowers and shit.
It sounds like something you put in the bath. But
you know what I'm saying?
I promise you not.
Well, we're gonna keep it pushing right now. So now we on to our news of the week. For episode 36 right now. Mick Ketchup news of the week. Unfortunately, on New Year's, it was sad time. R.I.P. Lola, Gangsta Boo Mitchell. If you don't know Gangsta Boo, you know what I'm saying? She was the female voice of 3-6 Mafia.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And they're killing it with the dudes. Unfortunately, it was just not a good situation that took place on that one. Sorry about that. It was they're still trying to kind of investigate looks like an update, a little thing that was there at the bottom. But it looked like they had she was with her brother. Looked like it was possibly an overdose, is what they're talking about. So
that was her cause of death.
yeah, so it looks like they were talking about an overdose. Ended up finding her on New Year's at about 4 p.m. Her brother got taken to the hospital that was there with her for an overdose situation as well. So, what's for myself, 3-6 Mafia, hey, they got down. They was kind of one of the first groups that was coming out of Memphis. Like, you didn't really have anything that was coming out of that side. Tennessee, really, like Tennessee in general. Like, that was like really one of the first groups that was repping Tennessee big time, was 3-6 Mafia. They were like, their music was eerie than a mug, man. They was like a darker, like Bone Thugs. Like Bone Thugs' first album was like really like dark, like that 666 stuff. And then, but they were like even darker than that. You know what I'm saying? But they had bangers though. So I mean, they had the party joints, they had tear the club up, you know what I'm saying, doing all that. So it was big time, So Roz, like, what's one of your memories of like Gangsta Boo, and what's your thought process on that whole unfortunate situation?
Man, unfortunately, I'm old, like Leah keeps saying. So
I never said you was old. You said you was old.
So honestly, bro, like I was kind of wondering, like, I think a couple years ago, what happened to her, because I started seeing Juicy J come back out with some stuff, and it was what's his name, Project Pat, and some other cats came out, and I hadn't seen her in a while, and I kind of started inquiring about what she was doing, and I heard she was working on some new stuff or whatever before all this went down. But like I said, it's sad that we really don't. When people fall, like, let me not say fall off, because I don't know what she was doing, but when you don't hear from rappers for a long time or people for a long time, if they're not in the spotlight, we kind of forget about them. And like I said, she probably been a memory, but I kind of forgot about it for a long time. And it's like, it's sad that remembering her meant that, she ended up passing away. That's like the second or third rapper that we've lost in the last couple of years that we totally forgot about, and then boom, they passed, like Coolio. When Coolio passed away, it's just like we have forgot about Coolio, and until a song might pop up every now and then on the radio, or but like I said, I can't I can't say this enough, man. We have to start to push the criteria of not of drug use anyway. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, drug use has become such a commercial item. You know what I'm saying? And I don't hear nobody overdosing on, like, for instance, marijuana and nothing like that. But when you get into these harder drugs and people putting fentanyl and stuff, man, it's something we have to start pushing it, like, promoting that, hey, this is not right. You know what I'm saying? We can't keep promoting this is a lifestyle, because it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I sip on something, or or whatever. Like, I sip on a drink or whatever, but you have to know your limits. You have to know where to stop. And I hate to, like I say, RIP to Gangsta Boo, and I really feel like my condolences goes out to her family, and like I said, we just got to start pushing that criteria of drugs is not, that's not where we need to be all the time,
Right.
Yeah.
So one son, like, what's your thought process? I know you've been in the music industry, making music and things of that nature for a long period of time. Like, what's your perspective on Gangsta Boo's influence in the game, being one of the first females, Dirty South style, and everything that went on with that?
Yeah, kind of like what you were saying about 3-6 Mafia coming out of Memphis, Tennessee. You had 8 Ball and MJG out of Tennessee. They was like one of the first, and then 3-6 Mafia, they kind of came with a different twist, and they had Gangsta Boo, which appealed to the females. She was, she came, with a different perspective, from a woman perspective, basically. I just think that we got to start appreciating our legends when they're here. In our culture, me being in Africa, I see how elders, are treated. They are the decision makers, in a tribal instance. and we got away from that. You know, we look at being old as oh man, he old, you don't know nothing. You know, we look at old as being out of touch. You know, instead of the wisdom that comes with being old. You know, so I think Richard Pryor said it one time. He was like, you don't get old being no fool. You know, so he basically saying that wisdom comes with age. You know, and even Muhammad Ali, you know, Muhammad Ali said, a man that think the same as he did at 20, at 50, he done wasted 30 years of his life. You know, so back to Gangsta Boo. Yes, I appreciate everything they brought to the game and what she brought to the game, because there wasn't a lot of Southern female rappers that was standing out like she was. You know, her, and then you had Mia X. From the South, you had others that came through, but she made an impact. You know, she made an impact. Yeah, and God bless her soul. And like Roz was saying about the drugs, you know, sometimes you're young and you develop a habit because you're in the limelight, and it carries on as you get older. You know, case in point, DMX. Everybody know he had demons and he was fighting demons, and just as he started picking up weight, he started looking better. You know, he had a situation where he relapsed, and unfortunately, it cost him his life. You know, and it probably was turning up on New Year's. Her and her brother, probably something that they always done. But you don't know when you're taking recreational drugs and you're getting it from somebody, you don't know what you're getting. You know, so it seems like what they saying, her and her brother OD'd and he was revived and made it, but she didn't. They must got their hands on a bad batch. And that seemed like the same thing that happened to DMX, because they said during his passing, it was a lot of unfortunate passings from that fentanyl in Yonkers during that time.
So Aaliyah, being a lover of hip hop and a female, like what's your perspective on Gangsta Boo and how as growing up, you know what I'm saying? I know you was at Penance every once in a while and set a club up. Nah. So you know what's up? We was at Penance and Spinners, like come on, Aaliyah, come on. You know what's up. We was up in there. We was up in there like night.
I don't know what you're talking about. That wasn't me.
But talk to us.
Look, I think coming from the East Coast, like I didn't hear a lot of Southern rap, if you will, until I was in the military and was around other people and everything like that. And listening to someone, female outside, I think we had maybe Queen Latifah and what's the girl that just came out, like MC, right? We had folks like that, women like that, who were on the whole, one of those. Like, we didn't have nobody really that was getting down with the get down. So when I heard that, it up, it was just like, women do this? So like, it was one of those. Okay, I dig this, and like you said, my condolences go out to her family. I am of the mindset, growing up in a household where drugs were rampant and everything like that. I come from a place where that's every day, so to speak. It's literally nothing has changed ever. I hate to hear people who are dying of these overdoses and everything, because it's like, and maybe it's just the superstar mentality. I don't know. It's just like, oh, that ain't gonna happen to me. But it is happening to you, and it's happening to people just like you, because that is the whole point and purpose of it, to happen to people like you. Fentanyl, I will tell you, in the past probably 2-3 years, it has been ridiculous. You touch the stuff, you die. And it's like you said about, you getting a bad batch. You didn't even have to get a bad batch. You just probably got to, you quite literally, the chemical structure has changed because you no longer getting it from the person that you've been getting it from, or they're using this laced fentanyl and it's making it worse on everybody. Like your body quite literally is not equipped to handle the level of chemicals that they're putting in that crap. I don't care what drug you were on, is on, trying to be on, that it's not for you. I hate that she's losing it. I hope that, as we start to see more and more people, and more and more people are dying of these overdoses, because I think there's another little young guy that just died not too long ago of one. It's like, I'm seriously hoping a lot more artists start to see that, put the drugs down. Put the drugs down. You can, like you said, you can smoke your weed. You ain't. It's hard to die of weed, I'm telling you. But it's you can you can smoke your weed, you can have your drinks in moderation and stuff, but all that hard stuff, that lean ain't cool, coke not cool. I don't care what it is. If you ain't rolled it, don't smoke it. Because I didn't know people could smoke cocaine until I be reading books, and I didn't know people could smoke cocaine. I didn't think that was a thing, but you can, and you do. And I'm like, and you see it all across the board, where it's not just about them getting on drugs when they're younger. The elements that you keep around you, no matter what your age, you are the sum of the 5 people that you are around. And if your homie do it, that homie do it, it's time for them to go. They don't mean you no good in your life. You can speak to them, no love lost or nothing, but get that shit out of your life. Like, it's not worth it. I just got too much to live for to be sitting out here dying of drug overdoses.
Real talk. And another thing too, I kind of feel like we got away from being positive in our music about this type of stuff. You remember that song "Self Destruction" back in the day when all rappers band together? It's no songs like that no more. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like there's no songs about.
That would be a different type of song. If it was self-destruction right now, they'd be like destroying stuff.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But let me not say it, and I haven't heard, all the music, blah blah blah. But mainstream, you don't hear a lot of songs that's talking positive about, us helping us. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of times,
they're not gonna put it in mainstream.
Exactly, because it don't sell.
Because hip hop been hijacked,
Yeah.
We gotta buy it. We gotta buy it too, though. At the same time, we gotta uplift it. Like, it's one of those situations where if you find somebody that's under there, and most of the time, it's helped me a lot, even on this podcast, to find music. Like, before it was very much where I'm like, yo, all the music is trash coming out right now. But because we've done this podcast, and I've been able to actually sit down and go, I'm gonna force myself to listen to some of these albums. I found artists that I was like, oh, this dude is nice. Like, there's people that are really good artists that should be lifted more. You know what I'm saying? In that Kendrick Lamar, in that J. Cole, in that type of realm. There's a lot of artists that are like that, that are talking some positive stuff and trying to like be that mental background for people to make that left turn instead of that right turn. You know what I'm saying? Like they're talking that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's out there, but also as black people, as hip hop listeners, we have to uplift those. The people that we uplifting is WAPs and Get Highs and you know what I'm saying, Face Off and all that other stuff. So it's like they gonna give you what you want.
So my question is this: is it hypocritical to rap about drugs, killing, all this good stuff or whatever, but then when an artist dies, we go out and pay our respects? That's what I mean.
It's not like, just. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Hayes.
No, I was just gonna say, like, back in '90s, and I was, going through some stuff, but a lot of the stuff that was going on '90s wise, it was very different. They were talking about the same type of stuff, but it was a situation of they were giving a story and a perspective and showing how it went wrong to then keep you from doing. You know what I'm saying? You had to you had the 10 Crack Commandments, but it was like you sitting there like listening to them, and you like, oh man, that's a whole bunch of stuff. If I was gonna be a drug dealer, that's a whole bunch of crap. Like I'm like doing people dirty and everything else like that. Like there was a lot of songs out there that were giving you a story or perspective, but not telling you to do. And that's the difference from the music that is like now or that came about. I would say like 2010, 2015. Like it became being a druggie was good. Like it was like, how did that turn into a thing that was a positive, in that aspect? So go ahead.
I'm about to say what I would say is this. It blows my. I mean, you wouldn't. I guess I look at it. You don't listen to the crackhead at 7-Eleven or gas station or corner store or whatever you had. If you don't listen to that crackhead, why are you going to listen to a crackhead with Gucci on? I don't care what it is. It's still a damn crackhead. I'm like, it blows my mind the mentality of these kids. Like, I'm going to go do it. Pick a name, little whoever, small,
little whoever. Like,
that's it. A lot of lyrics out there.
It's like one of these little kids, little pop, puff, whatever his name is. You listen to this, right? You listening to this dude, this boy talking about he be on that lean every week. He doing it. Sir, lean is liquid crack. Like,
wake up. What else on that? Look, have you ever seen this? Where they'll say, if you listen to certain songs, they'll say they didn't gave a chick a certain type of drugs so she can give it up. But I'm saying now, and Bill Cosby just got out of prison. You know what I'm saying? So
this is the thing, because again, it goes back to that. Oh, it ain't going to happen to me because as long as I'm throwing this girl a couple of dollars, I could buy a bag, I could buy this. Because we're back at. It's the poor people neighborhood, the easiest to prey upon. If I throw you $50, you ain't gonna say nothing, you ain't seen nothing, you ain't heard nothing. But at the end of the day, and it's not just in what you crazy enough. This is DC area. I know a lot of things about a lot of things. It's not just in that within that population, it's also within the gay community as well. There is a drug. I can't think of the name of it. It's not a roofie. It's something that it's like a smelling salt, basically.
Wow.
You open for business. Like
that's
that bad. It is that bad and that strong. And it's like again, I mean I just don't understand. I can't talk to people who ain't got no damn teeth in their mouth. I can't talk to people who don't weigh more than 150 pounds. I don't think that you're healthy. Like I can't be around people who can't cognitively function. Like, are you serious? And then they get in there and they what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, I mean that's the life that for unfortunately that's the thing that like you said, people that's been around there and they weren't able to, be successful without going that route. And I mean, that's how they feel, is that they can't be successful without going that route. And that's an unfortunate thing because you have people that are leading them in that direction. And then you have the people that are making the music that they're following that are kind of doing that same type of thing. So that's unfortunate. I mean, we, like I said, everybody on here praise prayers and condolences, hugs, all that stuff for Gangsta Boo's family and blessings to her.
One song, what you? I thought you had something.
Well, the thing is, we don't have balance, because truthfully, there's more kids that are not, gang members. There's more kids that are not carrying guns. But the thing is, because if they want to get into the music industry, it's heavily, talking about spinning the block, killing and doing drugs and things of that nature. So they feel like, okay, I got to do that in order to get on. But if it was more balanced, like what we were saying, how you had you got your Commons, you got your Kendricks, you got people that they can look up to and say, okay,
they're doing it different.
I'm more in that vein. That's what I do, but they're not. I mean, even when I was signed, they wanted me to, get all gold teeth, and
get grimy.
so you got, but during that time I was mid-20s. Maybe if I was 18, I probably would have did it, But being mid-20s, a little more mature, already got kids and already married, So it's like I'm thinking differently,
Right.
Yeah, and so so a lot of these execs, they push this on the kids because they go home to a different reality.
Yeah.
So
that's exactly right. I need to catch y'all, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So I want to say this. We have to also get them, like you said, they go home to a different reality, and a lot of the kids today, they go home to a different reality. So, and what I mean by that is, like, I got a 15-year-old. If you talk to him outside, you think he was thugged out. You think he was about that life. You know what I'm saying? Like, we live in the suburbs. Like, he don't go outside the house. Like, he don't leave that.
Why you telling that man business?
Whatever. Because I feed him. So, look, he go home to school. He don't leave the house. He upstairs in his nice game room, you know what I'm saying, playing the computer, blah, blah, blah. But then you outside, you about that life. You're not about that life. Because the reality of it all is, if you knew what that life was really about, if you ever spun the block, if you ever had if you ever heard a bullet whistle by your head, if you ever was in a situation where somebody said give it up, and you looking down the barrel of a gun, then you know what that life is about. You know what I'm saying? You're not about that life. You can't say, you know what I'm saying, I'm this, I'm that, I'm gonna do this. I got these hands. No, you don't. If I slap the shit out of you right now, you're gonna cry. You'll go to your room, you're gonna cry. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much how that's gonna happen. Keep it real. You know what I'm saying? But we have to get these kids to the point where, you know what I'm saying, if you little Johnny from the burbs, you go to school just because your pants sagging, now you about that life. No, you're not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not about that life. You get a fake chain from Burlington, you about that life. No, you're not about that life. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm just saying.
I ain't no Burlington half
You're like, I'm about to go get one now. Like, hold on, I'm about to get me one of them.
No, but I get what you're saying. That I mean, I tell anybody and everybody, through a series of just I've never hung with people my age because all the girls I knew my age was busybodies. And some of them were already mothers or soon to be mothers. So all of the folks I hung out with were older. And again, I'm like, I thank the ancestors, the universe, the stars. I thank God that, like, to see things happening and to know that this is not, it could have been me. It quite literally could have been me. You talking about having bullets whiz by your head. I mean, a couple of times I still got the scars jumping fences because that quite literally has happened in my life. And I'm like, and you get to this point where you like, I don't want this. I'm at 16, 17 years old trying to figure out an escape plan because I'm like, I don't want this for my life. And I'm like, how are people just gradually, this it. I'm going to hop in, both feet in at the same. What?
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
I knew for a fact I wasn't going. In my mind, mentally, I knew if I stayed in Philadelphia, I definitely would not have lived to see my 21st birthday. I had to leave. And I'm like, to get there, to be so thankful for where I'm at today. Like, there's still things that I'm discovering about myself at years old. And
look, hold up. All right. I got
you know what I'm saying? So it's just like to know that you had that chance, or to know that you were always one or two decisions away from being in a casket. I'm not even going to say, being in jail. No, it's quite literally being in a casket. And to see that there are 14, 15, not even that, their youngest 10, 11, and 12. You know what I mean? To think that's the mentality that you have, that's what you want to be. You are aspiring to be a drug addicted, rapping gang. Okay.
I mean, it's not. We're in a situation. Hey, we gotta do the best that we can and try to save what we can and put the words out. And that's what we're doing here, trying to make sure that at least those that are listening and into the future can take and heed our words. And be able to become better from it. So we're gonna keep it pushing though, because As the stallion turns
Yeah,
into a conclusion,
Why y'all keep
somewhat,
bringing Rod's fake ass
kind of, sort of conclusion, maybe,
Don't
but it's
be
probably
talking about
gonna
baby
be.
mama.
They gonna be he looking like he gonna appeal. So when as the stallion turns, you know, Tory Lanez found guilty. They was like gavel, gavel, gavel on my man. Also, they actually put out the jail call allegedly between Tory Lanez and Kelsey Nicole. It sounded pretty much like he was like, I don't know what I was doing. I just was like, what happened last night?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He was out of it, so it was kind of crazy. But
them drugs.
The thing of this situation is Tory Lanez, when he got found guilty, Tory Lanez was wearing a pink coat, pink pants, and a white turtleneck. And he sat there stunned as his defense team. And they handcuffed that dude up with them pink pants, the pink coat, and the white turtleneck. And he walked himself on in the daggum jail. Yeah. So I'm just going to say right now, that felt like the wrong thing to wear. But the question is, what would be your best outfit that you gonna rock if you about to go in the handcuffs? Like, what's the correct one, Aaliyah? What's your correct gift? You know you gotta go up in the
I feel like this is an unfair
what you about to rock? What you gonna wear? You already know. Gavel, gavel, you guilty. You in Tory Lanez situation. You know you going to trial and there's a potential you go to jail. What is that outfit? Because I want to have an outfit on, me personally, that is showing that I am I want to be professional, but I also want to look somewhat tough, but I'm not too tough. It's like a very middle ground because you're trying to sway the jurors, but you guess what? You going to
I'm going to have my best Laura Ingalls dress on, honey. You
looking suburban in the mug. You like I'm looking suburban.
I'm looking like when I tell you I'm putting on that good old lace collar dress thing.
You gonna have shoulder pads in that joint?
Looking like somebody tablecloth. I'm telling you right now, I'm the most innocent. I don't even know how to in a situation with these people. I don't even know this man like this. When I tell you, because it's twofold. It is really twofold. If I know I'm going to jail, you best believe I'm going to go in there looking like Laura Ingalls every single day. I'm going to get dressed in my good old Laura Ingalls dress with the green pattern and a little yellow rose.
Get your shoulder pads in that joint. You good?
The thing. When I get in there, somebody gonna try me because they gonna think you even don't know no better.
You say you don't know about this, Laura Ingalls.
And then when I'm in solitary confinement, my first night in the pen, I like, Your Honor, I don't know why. I don't know why I bit the face off. It was just, I think it was just all the court was just pent up, and she attacked me, and I had to protect myself. That's what
exactly. She going to jail.
Possibly, but that's okay. Because when I get in jail, they going, keep her little crazy ass in confinement. Because I don't need not near another inmate going into the infirmary. So
all right, one son. What's you coming in? Like you gonna come in there look like you selling bean pies? Like what's the deal? Like what's the correct dress for that?
Hey, I ain't coming in like Michael Irvin. You know what I mean? Hey, I might come in like Carlton. You know what I'm saying? Hey, might even do the dance.
Do the dance on the way in. He'd be like, hold up. He'd be like, nobody that does this could have done that.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, there ain't nobody.
Lord.
Ross,
you got to dress down, man. You come in like you said, all pink. That
was a little. That's a little.
Like you going to a camera video.
He looked like he was ready for jail. He was like, take me to jail.
Looking like he next
courtroom
from R. Kelly. R. Kelly in the next courtroom, fucking around.
Yeah, he looked like he was like, take me to jail. Like that's wrong. That's wrong color to come. I'm like, nah, I ain't coming in like that.
Why? Why? This should not be a reason why you should be afraid to wear pink. Anywhere.
I know. Certain places.
Not jail.
Look, first of all, in a courtroom, get ready to get handcuffed. That is not the place that I'm rocking my salmon.
You know what I know? It's not the pink wearing people that you need to be.
Yeah, but the crazy part, this dude named Tory First of all, that's the first
thing.
Last name Lane.
Like fresh meat.
Yeah,
what fresh meat look like? Yeah. Straight look. That's what I'm saying. Like fresh meat.
Look like a boy on Friday.
Dead like fresh meat.
Ain't nothing like fresh meat on the line.
Well, I reckon. I mean, a little boy like 5. Or I shouldn't call him a little boy. He's a young man, but he's a little boy to me. But he like what 5'2", 5'3", or something like that.
So that's what I'm wearing. If I'm already I'm wearing a tough thing.
You believe I'm going in there and all pink. You gonna see me.
He about to be somebody's cellmate singing to them every night. Sing me a song.
Yep. So he is.
Nah, bro. Hey, I'm going in. Hey, I'm going in straight black suit, bow tie, and bean pies.
Yeah.
Bean pie, my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's how.
Are you definitely going to jail then? You know they don't like fair people.
Oh yeah,
people. They definitely they're going
to go ham on the bean pie.
One of them Hurricane boys.
Yeah, they're gonna go after on that one.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
stop putting these hands on somebody.
Well, hopefully Tory Lanez, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully do all right.
So,
why he up in there? What up?
Did you hear that he just got Suge Knight's lawyer, which wasn't the best decision because ain't Suge Knight in jail?
He in jail for life. Like that nigga ain't coming nowhere.
He just got Suge Knight. Like Suge Knight just took over his case.
Was that good? Like
first of all, ain't Suge Knight in prison?
He want Snoop Dogg's lawyer when he got murder was the case.
Right.
Like that.
You need to get somebody lawyer that's already out. Nigga,
But I got a question. Did they already sentence him, or is it sentencing?
He's supposed to be getting sentenced on the 27th of January.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to talk about that then.
You need to call Ben Crump.
We'll throw that in there. So
I want to know how many years they're gonna give him. I still don't think he's gonna have more 5 to 7. I really don't.
Hey, you know what it is.
I don't think the brother should have got as much as I'm pissed off he shot my baby mama. I don't think that ain't the baby mama. He should get parole.
She shot herself.
Hey, first of all, I'm talking about my baby mama.
I ain't talking about your baby mama. I'm just saying she shot herself.
Hey, all he had to say was they was filming Harlem Nights too.
Yeah,
it is. Got that pinky toe off.
Yeah.
Got that pinky toe off. There you go.
Fuck you, quick.
Straight up. You know what I mean?
You done did it now.
Yep.
You trying to say my girl still?
I'm just saying.
One of them things, man. One of them things. So, well, best wishes to Tory out there, and Megan Thee Stallion is doing all right. So she's fine. She's still out there working and doing what she needs to do.
She texted me yesterday talking about she working on some new shit.
The lies.
The statements of the Ketchup podcast are. Look, that's all I got to do. That every time you out here saying this nonsense.
Hey, I just like, my wife ain't gonna watch this. She's gonna be like, "Who the hell? What?" She made the same.
I'm gonna tell her too.
I'm like, "No, baby, she ain't text me." I'm saying,
"Look,
I'm saying no."
And then
I'm saying you are Big Stallion, baby.
Look, you keep showing. She obviously ain't watching because you keep showing up on the show every week. So I mean, I would say you probably
you still alive. I mean,
she like, still alive. You know she ain't, but she like 5'3". Say it again. I'm like, all right.
Well, we gonna keep it pushing out here. We got Young Thug Rico case because it's turning into only his case because everybody is saying Young Thug told them to do something. It's kind of crazy out here. And then you got a situation where the judge read the rapper's lyrics, anti-police lyrics out in court. I know that there was a lot of people talking about, with hip hop, especially reading lyrics and things like that, trying to use that against, when they're being represented and using that in the prosecution's case. A lot of the labels and a lot of artists that signed the petitions and things like that trying to get that against the law, using that stuff. In addition, some of the people that they're going to be calling as witnesses in this situation, you got Lil Wayne, Birdman, Rich Homie Quan, YFN Lucci. I saw that there was who else was in there? Busta Rhymes. I saw like almost every person that he had done a song with and producers are going to be people that are called as witnesses in this situation. So Young Thug is having some issues with everything that's going on because he had one of his boys, one of the dudes, ended up, getting a little plea deal. You know what I'm saying? You got Gunna. This additionally to Gunner, they said that he said he ain't say nothing, but he got him a little plea deal. There was another dude got him a little plea deal, talking about that Young Thug kind of told them, hey, be quiet on the murder deal and all this other stuff. So there was a lot of stuff that's going on. Bras, have you seen any information? And what's your thought process on this whole deal?
First of all, I'm saying like this: I don't know nothing, so don't call me for be a witness or none of that shit. I don't know. I was not.
Amen. I ain't seen shit. I don't know shit. Amen.
Hey, look, I'm the burbs. Hey, don't worry about me. You said you the street. Look,
I don't even listen to Young Thug. I'll tell you that shit now. I don't listen to some Rich Homie Quan, none of that shit.
I do. I like trap music. So.
I listen to opera only, nigga. That's it. So it's crazy though. I don't think like lyrics. I mean, being a rapper and being an artist myself, I don't feel like lyrics should be subsequent for evidence. Like this is not. If I say, like I knew I wrote something before talking about I had a Ferrari, but blah. I never owned a Ferrari. You know what I'm saying? But it was all about,
But is it illegal to own a Ferrari though?
But I'm just saying, it is like
you ain't paid for it.
Yeah, I mean, if you say you stole a Ferrari, that may be different. And then you get caught with people that have been stealing cars. They're like, that's weird.
Per the IRS, though, maybe so. I'm just saying. But what I'm saying is like, I don't feel like, cats ain't gonna. I mean, who's stupid enough to rap about something they really did if they really did it? You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I'm saying that hypothetically because I know people do.
They do it.
I know they do.
But every R. Kelly song,
okay,
was about.
Preach about it.
So
seems like you ready.
You can become famous.
But the messed up part about it is we heard "Seems Like You're Ready." And a lot of us was, hey. Seems like you're ready. Everybody was like,
my jam. That's still my jam.
But thinking about who the hell was ready. Like, wait a minute.
Right.
First of all, do it seem like if you're cooking some food and it seems like it's ready, it's probably not ready. You know what I'm saying?
Probably not.
Yeah, it's probably not ready. If it seems like it's ready,
it needs about 15 more minutes or maybe 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, probably
3 or 4 years.
Yeah, it seems like it's ready, but it's probably not. If it seems like it's ready, no.
I'm gonna tell you like this. As a person who I avidly listen to trap music, I love it. I mean, it's motivation to me. But I like it. I do listen to Young Thug. I listen to all those other artists that you named that's going to be quote unquote called to his case. But the issue that I have with this is at the end of the I'm trying to not to curse as much as I used to, but at the end of the damn day, they still are entitled to First Amendment. They're still entitled to their First Amendment rights. I don't care what I rapped about. I don't care what you got people out here writing books about building bombs. You got people out here writing books about how you can rape women. Like you got people out here writing about those lyrics. Y'all still ain't called Dan Rick Ross about putting slipping something in the girl's champagne and she ain't even know it. And I be jamming to that, and I know I'm twice as guilty. But
she's like, but that's my jam though.
But I mean, I feel like you said, Hayes, and you really out here
like,
talking
drug
about
that bitch.
No, I'm like that. But I'm trying to say that you can't call me in a RICO case based off of something that I rapped about. You are building an entire case based off of something I rapped about, and unfortunately, his friends, his group, or people who he either tightly with, if he's tight with them or if he's loosely connected to them, at the end of the day, what you're doing is, and that's why like the whole RICO thing should be just literally out of the water. What you're doing is you're pressuring them between I'm not going to call them petty crimes, but at the grand scheme of things, they petty crimes. And you're going to give them 20, 25, 35 years, or we can give you 7 to 10. If you say, not that it was, not that you could prove it, but if you say that Young Thug said it, or Young Thug did it, because here's the issue I have with that. You got people that actually committed crimes in his circle. In his circle. Y'all don't like him. So what y'all going to do is y'all going to take him out. And y'all can't get him because you don't have any evidence on him. You ain't got nothing against him. You ain't got nothing but 5 or 6 people with pending court cases, all of them 25 to 30 damn years in life, to say that he said to do it. Again, we're back at ain't no motherfucking body that's no 5'8", 150 pounds gonna tell me shit. I will punch you in your bird chest. You can't make me do nothing. I'm sorry.
I will say this though. He probably not gonna get no time for the lyrics because you can't understand shit he's saying. This nigga said, "Living life like a living this number again." Nobody know what the hell that means. Like, you can't be on the stand and be like, "Your Honor, my client said, nigga, my name of the man, and this is the again." He's like, "You guilty? That's it. Translate."
Yeah. No, I mean, I look at it. I'm looking at like, wait, the situation is like when you decide, right, this whole gang affiliation. Having cliques. The reason that the RICO case came about, you know what I'm saying? If y'all know, back in the day, it was mob shit.
It was mob.
They couldn't get the mob because it was like, hey, they had these things. They were doing legal stuff, and they were trying to figure out how they get them. And this is almost like the same deal. When you decide that you tie yourself to these things, and then they go like, guess what? These people are doing something and the money's coming from somewhere. Who's the most successful person that can fund these things? And that's what happens. And that's what happens, man.
And he's not even the most successful person in that little thing. You're talking about Young Thug, who came up on the scene, I'm going to say, in the last 6-7 years, right? And then you calling as witnesses the people he answered to, if however this scheme goes. And I say that because, I thought he was under Baby and them label. He might not be, I don't know, but they make buku, everybody that you call make buku more dollars than he do. So why are y'all after him? Like, what I guess one more thing
it's a situation where you have like it would be like if you got Young Money, right? And you go, Young Money was doing some stuff and they in the same situation. You're not calling Universal Records. You know that it would stop at Baby or whatever it was that was doing the deal, because it was like, hey, he's hired or been affiliated with these people. So the people above, you go, even if they did songs with the persons or whatever, you go like their affiliation is limited, very limited. He's around these people and also hired these people to be a part of either his label or around him. So it's like you're not gonna, if you're doing dirt, you're gonna hire people around you that are cool with you doing dirt.
But he already
and that's how they kind of roll with.
He already admitted it. He said he did a lot of shit just to live this here lifestyle.
No,
hey, them lyrics, buddy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Never said that. Baby,
living life like a beginning, again.
He told us. It's like R. Kelly.
He said this is only the beginning.
That's what he said. It's only the beginning. He never said he did a lot of shit to live that lifestyle. That was Baby.
He said he was on top of the mountain.
Hey, when I heard that lyric, I think I can say, Pootie done it again.
yeah. Pootie.
It's like he did it to himself.
Yeah,
he did it to himself.
Pootie, you done it again.
Well, we gonna keep it moving. Unfortunately, we keep talking about people that's like shot or not alive or shots happen. It's not been really good coming into the new year. But we got French Montana video shoot out or something. So we had a situation where down in Miami, French Montana was celebrating his CB6 mixtape that he had going on with some of the friends. It looked like they talked about it may have been a video shoot or whatnot, but there was like 10 people. Shootout happened. 10 people got injured, taken to the hospital. Supposedly, it wasn't really affiliated with the shoot, but people were around there. Somebody tried. Well, story that I read. Somebody tried to steal somebody's wallet, necklace, money, and then shootings ensued. So then 10 people got injured. A few taken to the hospital. I'm not totally sure on the intensive care and things of that nature, but there was 10 injuries going on. So they started out the new year with a bang bang. It's been a lot going on with a lot of the stuff that's been happening. I ain't got too much to say on the French Montana. Y'all got anything going on?
It's been so many shootings this year, bro. I had to go to my safe and find my gun and make sure it was still there. Because it's I haven't seen it in a couple weeks. I'm like, shit, let me make sure my gun's still there.
He's still there. Ain't going nowhere.
You might just police show up at your house like, hey, like, you was in a murder. You be like, what? I didn't leave the house.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's probably my 15-year-old son that's by it. You know what I'm saying? But you about that life. Hey, niggas.
You out here.
He's nowhere near about that life.
Look, hold on, man. Look, you out here.
Look, we had a road rage incident just recently. He was scared to death. Anyway,
look, I was scared too. But I wasn't even there.
It's one of them things to where, bro, right? It's one of them things to where, bro, like, I don't know, man. It's just everybody now. Back in the day we used to fight. Like if I had a problem with you, you had a problem with me. We knuckle up, boom. You know what I'm saying? We get it done. We might even shake hands afterwards or whatever. Now it's not even a conversation. It's like I bump into you, you bump into me, boom. What? You know what I'm saying? That's it. Like the middle conversation is gone. There's no more like compromising. There's no more negotiation. There's no more, hey bro, my bad or whatever. It's automatically, but I will say, if somebody try to rob me, I'm blasted. Now, I don't know the full story about this rob situation.
Say all 10 of them?
But that's the thing. I don't know the situation. But
you be like, that's
gun,
reckless. You shouldn't own a gun.
Yeah, that's gun safety right there. Like if you rob me, I'm shooting the person that try to rob me. Boom. That's it. Yeah. But I'm not
in the crowd.
I'm not shooting the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
He was like, that mother didn't care.
Yeah,
I got a problem with that. I mean, because again, just because God help me if I ever go to jail and they need to see my IG list. But I mean, you
going down.
Look, I'm just saying, I be on Instagram all night. No, but,
don't get caught.
Look, my phone will somehow mysteriously disappear. That's all I'm gonna say. No, but I will say this. I mean, looking at a lot of things that I see on Instagram. There was this one clip where you got, and not just Instagram. I'm sure you can find it on TikTok and all these other websites and everything, where you have folks who are filming as they're shooting, and I'm like,
yeah,
you can't even shoot. And then when I say you can't shoot in a straight line, I mean, your target already up on you because you don't empty your clip everywhere but on the target. So
they don't know.
It bothers me that, like you said, we're in this state of living where you got a problem with me, you trying to shoot me, you trying to end my life, this is that and the other. Sir, do you need a hug? Like what?
Yeah,
I mean, you need therapy. Like I need you to understand it's not disrespectful. And this is coming from a place where I don't carry a gun because it makes me, it makes me feeling like a certain way or anything like that. I carry a gun because I got real life fucking problems. Like we got real life problems.
Sometimes
I'm about to say.
She be on the corner peddling them books. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
don't bring my books in this. Don't bring my books in this. No, but I say that because like you said, when you roll with a certain group, when you're with a certain, you're going to certain places. I know that I carry. I know that I have problems. I know that them problems not going to care where I'm at and who I'm with. What I will say is I'm not going to, I'm not going to places I'm not hanging with my family and I'm just, I got my piece right. There's nobody in this family that they got a problem with me so much that I have to pull that out. You know what I mean? I don't go to places where the potential is greater for me to use my weapon. You know what I mean? And I think that this comes with the responsibility of knowing I got a whole lot more shit to do than be sitting in jail for nothing. Like if I'm going to jail, look, well, since I'm already going to jail, let me go
might
ahead
as well get it done.
This list before I go. All these people going to be crossed off this list before I go.
So
let me go to jail for something.
Orange is the new black, just so you know.
Hey, one son, talk to me, man.
I said
talk
orange
to me.
is the new black. It's the new black.
What's your perspective, one son, on this whole situation?
Man, the thing is, it's just a sad state. We really in a state of emergency because we so quick to kill. You know, there's no such thing as conflict resolution. You know, people let their emotions, drive them off a cliff, and then you find out the root of why the conflict happened, and it's over something that could have been resolved.
Bullshit, yeah,
and a lot of times it's they knew each other. A lot of times they was cool at one time.
Yeah,
we just it's not only, I know we're talking about the music, but it's not only with the music. It's in politics. It's being force fed to us, and it's only hurts us even more. Because we're on the economic scale. We're so far down. As a people that we endure the brunt of a lot of hardship. So when it started, they I think Malcolm said when white America catch a cold, black America catch the flu.
Yep.
And that's still the same. And with like backtracking, like what we were talking about the RICO, it's freedom when it comes to us. It's freedom of speech, but watch what you say. I mean they want to try us and nail us to the cross on everything because these jails are privatized. And it's a business. So you want in the same way that they corralled a lot of our loved ones with the crack during the crack era. Now they're doing it with the RICO, with the rap and this and that. So it's the same thing, but they just put a spin on it. So so it's just another way of filling up these jails. You got a business, you market to who you're gonna try to buy to or solicit. So they marketing that death to us, to our kids, and then they are projecting that
reward.
Exactly. And then the record company, they getting paid off of it. And then the private owned prisons who own them, they getting paid for it. Who make the metal detectors, who make when somebody's on house arrest, all of that, the phone calls, all of that is big business.
All
that big business.
Well, hopefully
I was going to say, and to expand upon that, that was quite literally the whole rhyme and reason why our music, if you will, is marketed the way it is. You're not going to find you're not going to find nobody like you said. Is it the Kendrick Lamar's, the what's the little boy name with the dreads?
J. Cole.
J. Cole. They're not mainstream. What's mainstream is the, fuck the police, I got these hoes, we doing drugs, all these things that get you in trouble because we are marketing that to the youth so that we can fill these privatized prisons with same sad youth. And it's so sad to see because it's like It's easy. It's right there. It's right in front of your face. But you can't tell these kids nothing because I swear to God, you know, we don't know nothing. We ain't lived through that. We don't know what's going on. I mean, Raj, I know you about 58 years old, and it's been a long time since you had, you know.
I'm gonna tell you this though.
Since your freedom marches, but
yeah. But I'm gonna be real.
You said you was walking beside Malcolm.
You know.
Yeah.
But
hey, I did a lot of shit just to live this good lifestyle.
like, you know, remember there was a whole, I don't know if you remember, well, you probably do, but you remember when they had the same issue with
you know, that could have went so funny. I was waiting for the joke.
No, remember they had the same issue with East and West Coast. What is it? The NWA and everything like that. It's the same thing all over again. It's like we couldn't get them then because freedom of speech. You know what I mean? Right. They're doing the same thing with Luke Campbell. We can't get him. That's his life. He could rap about the truth, but y'all make it seem like it's illegal. That I'm not wrong because this 17-year-old in the club shaking her ass. It's the club owners that's wrong that let her to hell in this club to shake her ass. Where's her parents? Like, there's no accountability, and you want to place all this blame on the person who state what's going on, and not the goings ons of the people who's doing the shit. Yeah. So it's I have to do this case because I'm gonna need a new record. So
I'm gonna let you slide on that one since you try to throw shade on me.
I wasn't trying to throw shade. That was just statement facts, man.
Well, we gonna keep it pushing. We got the best. We got the best of the rest of this news of the week. I didn't know that Chris Brown and Swai Lee, they be selling monkeys, yo. And unfortunately, that their monkey dealer loses their license following a PETA complaint. I didn't know he was out there getting the monkeys out there. Chris Brown, I guess he said, forget pit bulls. I'll be getting monkeys out to them mugs. You know what I'm saying? You need a monkey. You need a monkey at the crib. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I never seen that before. But hey, everybody out there that want a monkey, call Chris Brown. I guess Chris Brown and Swai Lee be getting it done.
I feel like this. If you sell, it's like pimping. If you can sell monkey. You can sell monkey. My bad. The glass monkey. That chunky monkey.
That's a whole different definition of show that monkey.
He said all the monkeys. He said all the monkeys.
He said he started that
monkey. Show that monkey. Show that monkey.
I'm gonna send one to your room. Like, you send a chimpanzee, nigga.
He confused a lot of rappers out there. They're like, there was a lot of rappers like were requesting was like,
I got you about to send a damn person. You sent a chimpanzee.
He's like, I thought it was some type of like metaphor. Like,
that's
like
a
real monkey. Like, that's real.
Silverback to my
rappers be so high, they probably like, hey man, your dude in the fur last night was trying to come in.
Hey, hold on. Hey, that's a whole different thing. The boots in the fur, that might be a whole different thing. Like, that came up that whole song.
So she laid it down. Like,
that chick with the boots in the fur. Like, hold up. I don't like no chick with boots in the fur. Like, but anyway. If
girl was dragging her knuckles.
If there was an investigative report that was going to go down with this whole monkey situation, it would have been Barbara Walters that would have got it done. So R.I.P. to Barbara Walters. You know what I'm saying? You know, back in the day when I was young, you know, see the news, Barbara Walters be doing their thing, you know. So R.I.P. to Barbara Walters. Rappers out here got OnlyFans. That's their side hustle. So I didn't do super deep dive because I didn't want to click on something that would have been accidentally something I didn't want to see. I was like, so they was talking about
you
all
rappers. Sign up for it.
Yeah, I was like, there was all type of rappers. So it could have been some I guess ladies and males be out here showing things on the old OnlyFans for only their fans.
Too.
So that, you know, they be out there, you know what I'm saying?
Minute, back up.
Doing it up, you know what I mean? So
look,
obviously, Look,
excuse me, sir. Did you say something?
Obviously, Aaliyah is not just reading books, but you know,
I sure ain't. I mean, if you want to show it, I'm gonna look, but I can assure you that it ain't too many places.
You can get the racks up on OnlyFans. You show your feet.
No, I'm about to say, no, you got to go to onlyfeet.com for that. There's like several other websites. So if you want to get a pedicure on them things, I can put you down, and I'm gonna just need to
there you go. Side hustle game.
You know what I'm saying? My feet's on the west side.
Ooh, that ain't good.
I almost saw my white feet. My wife got some pretty feet. I'm like, let's put your feet on OnlyFans.
I mean, but no, it's not OnlyFans. It's called Only Feet, and it's like, again, it's for real. It's a legit thing. It's like 6 other websites where get your wife a pedicure. She could be, putting her little feet in Jello. She could be putting the who wanted the pet monkey? Stop it. She lotion in her feet and stuff like that. That's you can get your family vacation paid for this shit.
That's your mother-in-law. That's your monkey. That's
you horrible. Yeah. You horrible.
Are you glad to see?
Money on the feet game.
Money in the feet game. Shoot.
Money on the
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just trying to help y'all out. So,
There's a white dude on TikTok said he had put his feet on. He was making all kind of money on men and women do it. So I mean, I'm saying if you want to look at my feet for a couple $100, sir, more power to you. All I know is I'm going to Italy this June. So I need a site called BadBunions.com.
Go to the one. When I tell you, it is quite lit. Instagram and TikTok will introduce you to some things that you didn't even know exist. Okay, you didn't even know.
I don't want to know it.
I didn't want to know either, but I be just like how I find out.
Let me take notes.
I be knowing things and people. I be knowing things and people, and they just be introducing me to like places on the internet.
They out there. Anyways,
they out there.
we got Andrew Tate and his brother reportedly arrested for connection with human trafficking. They was out there trying to get some little ladies or some young folks, some R. Kelly out here. Young youth, trying to do that. And we got Nikki breaks Missy Elliott's record for most consecutive years charting a single on the Hot 100. So Minaj did it from 2010 to 2023, of course, breaking the tie with Missy Elliott, which did it from 1996 to 2008. So that's why Missy's my favorite freaking female rap artist, man. Missy be getting it done, man. And then last but not least, for the old New Year's and holiday season, Diddy. I don't know. Diddy done came up. I don't know what happened. He got on the billionaire. No, I'm just saying he done got on the billionaire list, and like now all of a sudden it's like everybody kind of like, yo, is this dude out here just he flossing all his ness out here or something? But Diddy took like all his baby mamas on a yacht
and his girlfriend
that knew about
his main piece because she said that she was not a side piece, so his main chick.
Along with the other mains, they all in the same lane. They just
baby
all
mamas
in the same lanes.
It's different.
That's like that. Hold up. Did he get with what's her name? The Young Miami or Young whatever.
Yeah, that's his main chick.
Yeah. So did he get with her after he impregnated the chick that just had the kid?
No. Yes. No.
By like 2 minutes.
Simultaneously.
Okay.
I would say this, like, well, and we're back at.
That sounds like side by side beat.
I mean, maybe because she's into that kind of thing.
Take that.
I would say this as a multi-billionaire, y'all, like, I think the expectation, right? He can afford it, and the expectation is we should, or we could. That man could do whatever the hell he wants. He's not tied down to nothing to nobody, and if he got a harem of women who's willing You know, if he got a harem of women who's willing, then
he out there.
They
he about to become a sheik of Saudi Arabia or something. He gonna have a harem.
Yeah.
One son.
You got a harem?
I need to be a chic ass or something.
You about
over
to jump in there.
I want my own harem.
You going to jail? We ain't worried about you. So one
son.
Do you
so
think
I'm gonna put your baby mama in my harem.
As long as you call me, I'm good.
You said is that cover up?
Nah, I don't think so.
I hear a lot of rumors.
Why you say that? Yeah, the other thing.
Yeah, so
maybe he, you know what I'm saying? He
dibble and dabble. He be out there
He
dibbling and dabble.
Yeah, but the thing is,
that's great.
Yeah, I think it's real. I think it's real. And you know, he has both of them, and they're okay with it. Traditional is not always, you know, for everybody.
True.
You know, yeah. So whatever makes the person happy, you know, long as they're not hurting anyone, you know.
They seem to be all right.
Yeah.
I mean, they was on their yacht, so they cool.
They on the yacht, meeting the family. Yeah, all of them.
All of them. They all
didn't they mention that she got mad because he reduced her allowance or something?
You got kids?
No.
They reduced.
Wasn't her. That wasn't Young Miami. That was the other. That was the other girl. Mad at what's that little boy name? He from Philly too. He a good rapper.
Somebody
it's not Young Miami. I don't know the other girl. Is it
Little Uzi Vert?
Little Uzi Vert reduced the allowance of
JT.
Young Miami counterpart.
JT.
JT.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know a lot of people who thought you know, Lil Uzi Vert was not straight. He was gay. Right.
He was converting.
Well, I mean, but my whole thing is the two, and everybody said, "Oh no, she only with him because of this, that, and the other." But when you look on the outside of things, and that's all we can do because nobody ever knows what goes on behind the door. You know, behind the doors of two grown adults. You know, but they seem to be like any other 20-something-year-old couple. They do what 20-year-olds do. Do I expect them to last always and forever? No. Yeah. Because you're 20-something, your taste change, your things, you know, you want things. So, like again, with Diddy, if Diddy is or not gay, I don't care. Again, if
Diddy can be what he want to be. He got money.
First of all, your name Diddy.
Paying these bills, I got an allowance. That child being taken care of and going to the school.
I don't know. He's a legend. I'm saying Diddy's a legend. I give him that.
Diddy dibbles and dabbles.
Yeah. I believe you do.
Yeah. So there you go.
So my question is this: Does billionaire status? No, let me not even say billionaire. Does millionaire status make you change your sexuality? Because a lot of they go to
those. Huh? How did you get your millions?
Oh, They say you want this contract. They say you want this contract, boy.
Look, how did you get this? How did you get your millions? That's all I'm gonna say.
Would you walk 8 blocks to go get some cookies in New York when he was doing it, or take the crick wrap?
Yeah, the casting couch. The casting couch was for guys too.
Okay.
Yeah.
He wasn't looking good.
It is what it is. And I honestly say that and there are a lot of people. If you did not if you did not make that money yourself, and you know what I mean, if you did not make that money yourself, it was given to you, or you know, you don't get me wrong, you might have worked for it, but it still came from someone else's hand. Then again, what you do and what you not, what you will do and what you won't do for a Klondike bar is up to you. I mean, there's a lot of things I won't do for a Klondike bar.
What you might do.
But but when you have where people who are when I say independently wealthy, I mean that in the sense of they got their money off the sweat of their own brow. They came up doing whatever it was they was doing to earn their own thing. When you earn your own money, you can literally forge your own path. I don't care what nobody say. Diddy did what he did, how he did, when he did, whatever it was. But at the end of the day, Diddy has an image to maintain. So yes, of course, a lot of what he do, Diddy might be all the way gay, halfway gay, whatever. You know what I mean? But he's not going to tell the world that because the people that he's in business with don't want to know that about him.
Right.
And he has to keep up these images as far as we don't know if he had sex with that girl. It was probably a sperm donation. Who knows? You know what I mean?
For sure, could have been.
And again, knowing him and think about it. I'm a multi-billionaire. If I'm a multi-billionaire, when do I really got time to be frolicking? I'm busy,
trying to get this money.
So, it's just one of those things. Set it
like,
up.
Just show up when I call.
Baby mama.
I said, just show up when I call. That's all. It's like that.
That's how I'm trying to be in life. I just want to call people up and just be like, look.
It's about that time. But
about that time.
Guess what? It is about that time. It's about that time for the music of the week. You like how I segue? That was legit. You know what I'm saying? That seems like I've been doing it for a little bit. But we segue into the Ketchup music of the week, and that is for the January 8th, 2023. We are in that new season now. So it wasn't a lot of music that came out, but there was a Ketchup Spotlight album, and that was NBA Young or a Young Boy NBA. Whatever it is, NBA Young Boy, all that good stuff. I rest my case with his album, 19 tracks. There was like 4 that I saw that I felt pretty good about. Black, Bitch Yeah, Just Like Me, and Not My Friend were the 4 tracks that I enjoyed on here. Like I said, it has 19 tracks. It's more of the new age. Got a little mumble to it. Got a little sing-songiness with the vibratos and all that other digital things that they throw on there. So if you're into that, it was one of those things like I like those particular songs due to the fact that the production was a little bit different than some of the super trap. It still had the speed hi-hats and things of that nature, but there was a little more methodic, had a little more melody to it, had some different instruments and tones and things like that too. It seems like whoever the producer was put a little more thought into the song instead of just doing the normal booty clap track stuff that was going on. So go check that out. Look, I can tell you right now, there's another 15 tracks that probably sound like that. So you good if you really enjoy that. Okay, you got another 15 that you can go ahead and booty clap trap that mug up. You know what I'm saying? Booty clap and shoot guns at the same time. You can do it all. You know what I'm saying? You can do that whole thing. So make that happen. You know what I'm saying? So and enjoy that. That's the Ketchup Spotlight. That's the Young Boy NBA. I rest my case. And I rest my case. You know what I'm saying? On this whole situation, we back in the building right now. And guess what? It's daggone interview time.
All right now.
So, Mr. Razim, go ahead. And we want to introduce once again to everybody on the podcast. We are here introducing and interviewing one son. Straight from Africa. He's in the motherland. Go ahead, Razim. Let us know what's up.
Man. Give him a round of applause.
Yeah. Round of applause.
No doubt. Hey, man. Hey, bro. Hey, man. Thank you for coming, man. I know.
You're welcome. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, we've been knowing each other for some years, man. And like I said, it's just, we stay in contact through Facebook, but, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing like having you on here, man, and hearing your story up to now, man. Cause I know, we used to travel the world, and you still travel the world, apparently. I remember you doing poetry. I remember you got so much music out, man. I just listened to something just recently. I forgot what the name of it. God dog it. Man, I actually liked the song. It was one of your slower songs, man. I really liked it. But tell us, man, like, you know what I'm saying? So what you got going on now? Like, I know you're over in Africa. Are you able to, work on your art where you're at? Are you working on your art at the time? Or what's going on with you, man?
Yeah. I'm able to still, record, send it back to producers that I always work with. Definitely want to shout them out. DJ Casanova, Khalid Salam, Ty Madden, Doug Rogers, and my boy Big Fella. You know, I always, they send me tracks. I bang them out, and then send it back to them. So I'm still able to get it in.
Okay.
I worked with a couple of artists from Nigeria. Since I been here in Africa. You know, yeah, I wrote a song that I had one of the Nigerian brothers song. Um, this one artist, he actually won the Nigerian American Idol. So
Okay.
real talented brother, man. So yeah, I just been trying to connect since I'm overseas and I move around. I've been working with artists from Korean artists doing some Korean pop. Work with artists from the UK. So yes,
So
just
he's still international, man. That's how I go.
oh
And like
yeah,
so, I noticed like right now I'm a lot of African music, and I think what is it called, Afrocentric or something like that. But
yeah,
I noticed that it's big right now. So
yeah, Afrobeat.
Afro beats, yeah. So is that something that you're planning on implementing into your style? Like how, 'cause I've always known your style to be, what I'm saying, more of a like a J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar type style. You know what I'm saying? You're creative. You've always presented a message. You know what I'm saying? A format of art. You know what I'm saying? So what do you feel about the new movement of African music and being that you're in Africa? Do you plan on releasing anything that what I'm saying, can atone to that
Oh
particular?
yeah, I love it, man, because being an artist, you constantly grow and develop. So what you're hearing, what you're experiencing, it goes into your art. So I did a project with DJ Casanova called Sun Nova that we did a song, like I said, that implemented Afrobeat. you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm definitely doing more of it, and you know, it's just becoming natural. Just like I said, uh, being part of the culture, eating the food, traveling, the roads, and talking to the people and meeting friends is just becoming, like a natural progression.
Okay. So the name of that song, and I'm thinking about it, was the one Love It. It's called Love It. Is that
Yeah,
one of your
yeah, yeah.
names?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's song. Yeah, that brother that featured on it, Dez. He's a veteran also, and God bless his soul. He passed away
Oh man.
2021 from COVID.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So
So,
mhm.
so with your and like I said, I followed you, man, for so many years. Even when we left Iraq, man, we've always had, it's about, I'll say about 10 of us that always can, pretty much revolve
Yeah.
the realm of what we were doing. But you know, do you feel like the evolution of your travels has entered into your artwork? You know what I'm saying? It's like I know, like for me as an artist, when I was rapping, I started rapping, and then because I've done music with Hayes and done music with a lot of people. Um, but do you feel like moving to different countries has evolved your style in any way, or have you kept the same, art form as you've always presented?
Yeah, it definitely give you a more broader perspective.
Okay.
Yeah, because you get to just be a part of the environment, and you can it's not forced. It
Yeah.
becomes instead of you doing it for purposes because it may be the popular thing to do. You doing it because it's like I said, natural progression, because you're actually living in the environment and you're experiencing the same things that they're experiencing.
Okay. I
Yeah.
mean, which
Hmm.
makes more sense. So, do you
Yeah.
feel like, so since you're actually interacting with the people, and you're currently in Africa, do you feel like are you able to take away from their struggles to implement that into your your art or your music, or whatever. Say, for example, growing up in, let's say in Philly, like Aaliyah, she's able to, as an artist, she's able to take away what she learned on the streets of Philly. You know what I'm saying? And if she go to New York, she can, absorb that. You know what I'm saying? That lifestyle or whatever. And no matter where we go, we absorb what's around us. Do you feel like you're absorbing, like, what I'm saying, since you're interacting with the people, do you feel like you're absorbing a different culture for your music?
Yeah, the more we are more the same than we are different.
Gotcha.
You
Okay.
our struggle is the same. I was actually on a flight, and I was going to I was headed to Africa. I don't want to say what part, but anyway, um, so it was a situation where I was sitting next to the sister, and she and for some reason, the lady that was it was meal time. She passed by us without serving us, and so she started going off, and she was going off in French, you know, and so I'm thinking, I'm like, wow, she not even speaking her mother tongue. She's speaking French, which and then I had to check myself. I was like, well, you're not speaking your mother tongue either. You're speaking
True.
English.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So we've been tricked by the same same person.
That's true.
It's just no matter Africa or America, we are still dealing with the same plight.
Yeah.
Colonialism, destroyed, Africa, and the transatlantic slave trade, slavery, is the root of still what's going on with us. Because, and I say that, and some people will be like, why are you bringing that up? And I'm only expounding because for those people that say that, if you take someone that's been molested, God forbid, or raped, God forbid, and you don't, and that person goes on through life without dealing with that trauma, their life is going to turn out a certain way. But if they get therapy and they're able deal with that hurt and try to find a tone, a resolution of however they can deal with it better. But we never dealt with our raping and robbing and pillaging and murder and everything that happened during slavery. And it's crazy. I like I said, I've been working with not artists from Nigeria, and I did my DNA, and I have I'm 91% West African, and I have Nigerian in me, and so it's one of them things where you look at how and I started tracing my ancestry, and I actually found one of the slave owners of my ancestry,
Wow.
which is crazy,
Yeah.
and to know that he was one of the wealthiest guys. He was a Democrat. He was a congressman. He was president of Auburn University. He was a prestigious guy. You know what I'm saying? He was a colonel. He was a colonel in the Confederate Army. He was all those things. You know what I'm saying? But he was a slave owner. And just knowing that, what I'm saying, and finding that out, in at a later age, it's a way of, like I said, start dealing with piecing things together and dealing with things, but America never atoned for slavery, with black Americans. So just going back to what you said, I know I'm long winded with
No, you
the
good?
answer, but yeah, we share a lot of the same struggles, and the country I'm in now is very, very, very I've been in a lot of countries in Africa, and this is the most impoverished country, but you don't see any it. They would say they got their freedom as far as from colonialism in this year in the 90s or the 80s or whatever, but they still using the same currency. So when they still using the same currency, you're still not free, because they still got a stranglehold, on the country,
Yeah.
And so and that's a lot of Africa, the French, the British, a lot. They have a lot of even China, they have a lot of they have a stranglehold on Africa, and it's not, and a lot of the leaders, they basically because they still got their hands in the pocket. Europe still got their hands in the pockets of the people of the countries. They still got the pockets, their hands in the pockets of the leaders also, as far as they do their biddings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that's always seems to be the plight. A lot of the countries in Africa, trying to overcome and be able to understand their own resources and be able to use those things to be able to develop their own countries and stuff like that. But you got to end up selling it or giving it or end up talking to countries that may have already kind of stole everything from you a little bit
Yeah.
on that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it is a difficult plight that's out there, and a difficult struggle. But do you feel like going back into the music area of it? Do you feel like the improvement of technology and the way that you're able to utilize, iPad, a laptop, and things like that, has allowed you to touch deeper aspects of your musical capabilities? You know what I'm saying? Not only
Yeah.
internationally, but then just musically, being
Yeah.
able to have everything at their fingertip.
Yeah.
And could you talk about that and give some examples of how technology kind of changed the way that you work and make music?
But technology has helped tremendously because especially with the digital age. Some people don't like it because they like analog, and plugins are better than digital.
Mhm.
But it's you're gonna everything you're gonna be pros and cons. So with digital, you're able to not have any overhead as far as CDs.
Mhm.
Because during the time of CDs, if you was an independent artist, you had to purchase the CDs, you had to get the, the jackets, for the CDs to put them inside, all of that stuff. It was more physical.
Mhm.
You run out, you may need to if you're doing consignment, you working your way around, the city or region. Now you can release it to the world overnight. So that is a big plus. um and the thing is, I look at a release or a project just like a house. If you got a house, you can renovate that house, you can rent that house, you can always do things with that house because it's yours. So, and when someone hears it, it's always new to that person. No matter if you released it, 3 years ago, it's new to that person. I did a interview with a Japanese hip hop magazine. That would have never happened if it wasn't for the digital age. Yeah, yeah. So it's very beneficial.
I don't want to talk over there, but I think Aaliyah about to ask a question. I'm finna tell.
See,
Go
this
ahead.
why we always fighting, sir. This why we always fighting. No, just to steer it from the music bit for a little bit. You said you were an artist, you spoken word artist as well. Um, do you find that the things you write about, um, do you feel like the things you write about in spoken word are similar to the things that you produce as far as music is concerned, or are they two separate, like, things that maybe your spoken word is more personal than what you're writing about is your music is being produced. I'm sorry, I don't know if you produce, you rap, you sing,
Yeah,
like, so
yeah.
all of that. Do you find that there are two separate spaces, or they both give you do they both give you a platform to do the same thing?
Uh, with with me being a lyricist,
Hmm.
I always you know take account of what I say,
Right.
and try to be witty and clever, and still think beyond the surface.
Okay.
I do that in my music and I do that in my spoken word. So it's very it's parallel to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Man, well, look, man, I'm like, first of all, thank you for coming on, man. We're so blessed to have, an artist. I've known you for a while, but man, when I say, like, you might not even know, I still listen to your music to this day. You know what I'm saying? If you drop something
Appreciate
new,
it.
I'll check it out. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
actually, I
Because
would like to know where he dropping his music so I can listen to it.
here, we're going to give
Yeah,
it to you at the
yeah.
end of
Okay, thank you.
I'm
But
on all platforms. One son, all platforms.
and
Yeah.
it's funny
Hmm.
because you've been one son, man, and like I said, for so long. And from the time I met you, like I said, as an artist, I know we used to be sitting in the middle of our rack at a fuel point, freestyling or whatever, or you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We'll drop, you know what I'm saying, dropping poetry or whatever, man. And it's hard. Like the only other person, like I said, I've done music with Hayes, and same thing. It's one of the things to where when you create something with another person, or you create or get to, I guess, present your art with another person or
Mm.
whatever, you're able to grow. And I remember
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I remember back in the day being able to be around you and having to challenge myself to stay up on your level of your art, whether it's lyrics, whether we freestyle or rap, whatever we're doing. I used to have to challenge myself because I knew you was coming with it. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then till now, everything that I see from you, everything that you're doing, you're being very consistent, man. You're always laying something down, man. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. For real.
Appreciate it.
Like I said, man, we'll have you on now and forever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, so we'll definitely, bring you on and promote who you are as an artist, who you are as an activist. You know what I'm saying? Who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? Because we, as a people of color, we have to continue to grow and build our
Yeah.
young generations so we can build a future, a positive future for our lives, man. So we definitely appreciate it. Hey, man. Hey, give it up, man.
I really
Hey,
appreciate
thank y'all.
everybody coming through. Fantastic hand claps and applause all around.
Your
Yeah,
applause
yeah.
wasn't even working.
My applause is not working right now, man. I'm
Oh, I
sorry.
see.
I know you be calling for it. Look,
What is
I'm
the
sitting there.
engineer
I
doing?
just got one thing. I
Trying to
just
get it
got one
popping,
thing.
man. Go ahead.
Thank you for coming out. But there was because again, I read like thousands of books. But there was when you was talking about how us not really dealing with our post traumatic stress from slavery and everything. There's a book by Dr. Joy Leary called Post Traumatic Slave Syndrome.
Syndrome.
It's
Yeah.
like 17 bucks. Check it out.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Fantastic for
Hmm.
our local bookologist. Maybe is that a thing? I'm gonna call that. All right,
I
bookologist.
mean,
That's what I'm calling it. Hey, she be
I'll
doing
put
her thing.
a hashtag on
She
it,
be doing her thing. Hashtag bookologist right there.
Yeah,
Liz, the
book,
person
yeah,
paying
Hey,
attention.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So once again, we are very thankful that you were able to come hang out with us. I know it's crazy whatever in the morning over there, but we got one more thing we got to do for you. We got to respect your deck. You know what I'm saying? You're an
Oh,
artist, you're a
okay.
lyricist. we got to make sure that we respect your deck. So we got like 3 questions for you. One's going to be about what's that favorite album. One will be what's that favorite artist. And the other one's going to be what's that favorite song. So we're going to go ahead and start it out. We'll go ahead and go with favorite artist. What's that one artist that's your go-to, no matter if they've been out for 20, down for 20 years, and they say, hey, I'm coming out with a new album. You're going to be the first one in line.
Nasir Jones. Nas.
Yes, sir.
Right. Got that Nas.
Yes, sir.
Hey, that new one is legit.
I'm glad we got somebody got Nas on here, bro.
Yeah, that Nas is legit, man. That's on the on the Turner right there. I just throw that on when I jump in the car. So we got Nas as that artist. Like, do we have anybody else that had Nas so far? We've been on here.
I think
that's the first Nas, right? Yeah, I think that's the first Nasir right there. So we got the Nas as the artist. So give me that one album that you could say you pick it up and you say, I'm gonna throw this on repeat. If you were stuck on the the stranded on the situation, what's that album you gonna go to?
Oh man, one.
Okay.
You've been giving people 2 lately.
Yeah.
Hey man,
I
try to be nice.
I would say Illmatic.
Got that Illmatic.
That's a good one.
We're going Nas 2 for 2. All right.
I totally agree.
All right. So now, what's that one song that you could throw on? Hey, it's your turn up, or put you in the right mood. No matter anytime you hear it, it puts you in the right mood. Whatever mood you're trying to be in, that's that one go to. Like, oh, I need to pick me up, or whatever the situation is. Yeah.
Nah, pick me up song. Styles P, I'm Black.
Styles P. All right, there we go. Styles P, I'm Black.
Have we had Styles P?
No, we have not.
No.
Don't be scared of me. You don't seem to be scared of my sister.
Yeah, there you go. All right. That's good stuff. I like a little more deep dives. I like a little more variety in the game. You know, we had a lot of people Tupac it out. I'm tired of Tupac right now. You know what I'm saying? I need some variety in my life. And you provided that, sir. You provided that. So we got Nas.
If y'all haven't heard, if you haven't heard this song, go check it out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to check that out. It's Styles P, I'm Black.
Okay.
All right. So we got Nas, we got Illmatic as the album, and we got for the song Styles P, I'm Black. Thank you so much once again. One son in the building here at the Ketchup podcast. We gotta bring our own claps. We got digital claps. We gotta bring our own claps right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm not bad. I gotta reset it. It was from weeks, man. It's tired. It was been weeks. It's been on vacation. It ain't know what to do.
It's all good.
All confused.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was confused. It was like, what am I doing? I don't know. So but now we got one more thing to do. Like we always do. It's called the top almost 4. You know, it takes a topic, we see what's going on, we put them in some type of ranking or whatever we like, and then we argue about it or we all agree about it. It doesn't really matter. And it's my turn this week because last time we was on the show, Roz gave us a little something. So now I'm gonna bring y'all a little something new with it. All right. So I was, you know what I'm saying, like Roz. This is dedicated to Roz. For old ass Roz about to turn 50 over there. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna look back to 1993, right? And I'm saying, hey, what was my jams in 93? What is the car bangers? Not lyricism. What's the car bangers? Like ones that those that could afford the woofer box that was the biggest truck in 93. So I'm gonna give you some bangers that I was like, yo, those were it in the car, right? So I got honorable mention in 93. We got actually I got my top 5. So I'm just gonna give y'all my 5. I'm gonna give y'all my 5. All right. 5. So here we go. We're going 5 because I added another one. So at number 5, it was a jazzy banger. It was something that keep you in the mood. Really nice with it. You know what I'm saying? It was a nice vibe, but it did give you a little bass if you had some woofers in the trunk. And that was Diggable Planets, Rebirth of the Slick. I just like that was a jam. You had the true bass. You had the true bass.
Yeah, that was my jam.
You know what I'm saying? The true bass was in there. So you had that jam. And then this is one of my favorites. one of my favorite joints, and I was listening today, and I was like, damn, I'm about to play that in the car tomorrow on the way to work. But it was Master Ace. I was born to roll.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a jam. Master Ace Born to Roll was a hit. Well, so that knocked out. So that's number 4. Then, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you got to have something that you can bang in the ride. When you got the ladies in the ride, put them in the mood. There wasn't a lot of like bangers that put the ladies in the mood, but there was one dude that used to do it all the time. And that was that dude, LL. He was always licking his lips. He said, backseat of my Jeep. Be like, yo, backseat, let's go. So that was another jam. And then these are the 2 bangers, and they was going at each other, West Coast Riders. So one was at number 2. I'm gonna give him number 2, even though this was a straight smash. Number 2, Snoop Dogg, What's My Name? If you heard that in some woofers, that joint bang. So that is a banger. And number 1, the other banger that was kind of the enemy of Snoop and them, but came out easy before he passed. Real motherfucking G's. Yeah, it was like, yo, those are the jams right there. So I had at number 5, Diggle Planets. Give you a little jazzy to it. Got my man Master Ace. They may not be some people out there that heard Master Ace, but that Born to Roll is a bang. Then you had Backseat of My Jeep, LL. Snoop Dogg, What's My Name? And then I gave it to Easy, man. Real motherfucking G's, man. That's the joint, yo. Talk to me, man. Think my list ain't it.
I got problems.
What's the problem?
My problem you probably don't even remember half of them damn songs.
First of all,
that's 93. So you better look up 93.
I'm gonna have to Google them because I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I was in the Army, but I was 2 years in the Army by then.
Okay, so
no. I'm gonna tell you the problem I got with that. There's nobody from the South on
Hey, I got claps right there. All claps.
But who's from the South?
I said car bangers.
You can't have a car banger
when you look up bass. No, when you look up like I looked up like 2 Live Crew joints. I'm looking up like releases during that time frame. There wasn't like a South joint that was
the South didn't have a presence in '93.
The South wasn't like that.
What?
Mainstream
not
presence.
What I heard,
not what I heard. What you remember on the radio?
Give me one. 93, no.
Luda.
That's what I said. 93. That's what I was like. 93 was around.
That was 48 years ago. Nobody remembers.
Space Pimpin' was because actually I did look up that year what came out from 8 Ball and AMG was coming out hard. Listen to it, and I was like, not really. Not a car banger.
Pocket full of stone.
It wasn't it. It wasn't it. Like
it was local.
Right, Naughty by Nature 1993 came out, but it wasn't like
it wasn't right. And that was I'm like you said, it wasn't mainstream. Like if it didn't hit mainstream, I can tell you, but like I said, I didn't even know that down south music was a thing until about I don't know, 97, 98.
I mean, you had KRS came out with some stuff. He came out with stuff. That was when Onyx came out.
Turn of the boom back.
Yeah,
that's my dream.
Onyx came out, but their stuff wasn't like car banger. Like it was like it was
Onyx
a club
wasn't a car banger. Not bass wise. It wasn't like Master Ace Born to Roll. It wasn't like Backseat of My Jeep. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't that. That's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't that. That's what I'm talking about. Like Snoop Dogg. So you went something bass. So
I'm talking about car bass. I went bass.
Bass heavy.
That's what I'm saying. Like bass bangers. Like you would put that in your.
What about going back to Cali?
That wasn't on that. No, LL wasn't out. That was 93. The 93 song or the 93 album from LL was
14 Shots to the Dome.
14 Shots to the Dome.
My question is, why you pick 93?
Pink cookies.
Because you was like, you was
I went with
man at that age.
Pink cookies in a plastic bag.
It wasn't as good as Backseat of
That was my
listen to both of them. They nice, but I was like Backseat of
in 93, I was in the peak years of my playerism.
I mean, you should know. Like, what are you doing?
So what
You can't be mad at this list.
What was the songs? What was the songs that you at the peak year of your playerisms?
Goddamn, Key Sweat.
Oh, but you was out there
the wrong way.
You out there whining. Don't be whining for it. You better than that. Don't whine.
Age ain't nothing but a number.
No, go ahead. Seems like you're not ready, huh? That was that album, right? Okay.
Brian Manai, you know what how I do. I'm just saying.
Was that Outkast on? Let me make sure because I'm like, was that 93 or 94? That Outkast.
Which one?
I think it was. I think it was 90.
What about Cream? What about Cream? Cashew.
I mean, that song. 36 Chambers did come out.
36 Chambers, yeah.
But I don't know if I'd have been like, it's
Method Man, METHOD.
You forgot about. You forgot about. Listen.
He ain't forget.
No, I ain't forget.
No.
No, don't try to play Ice Cube, Lethal Injection. That was 93.
Yep.
Really though?
Yes. I didn't say it. I said car bangers. I haven't. What Ice Cube song have you heard that you be like, yo, I'm throwing that in the woofers?
None of them.
See, look, hold up, like you're like none, like none. That wasn't a bass joint. Today was a good day. Was not a bass joint.
It was a bass joint if you was just riding.
Look, that ain't bass. You hit falsetto on that.
On his outro.
He falsetto the heck out of that, and he's talking about bass.
My thing is this: if one of your favorite artists is Soulja Boy, you shouldn't be talking to Leah.
My favorite artist is never Soulja Boy, sir.
Soulja Boy, tell him.
Jody, Outkast, if it was 94, Southern Playlist for sure would have been in there, but it was 93. Outkast would have been all over.
See, that's the problem. Y'all ain't got no comprehension. Y'all don't.
Next time I do it, guess what? We gonna go through the 90s. So next time, everybody out there, when I do it, so now you can't steal it because I put it on video. All right, so next time when I do it, we're going through the 90s, man.
Players Ball was in 93.
What's up?
Players Ball was in 93.
Players Ball? What?
Yes. Outkast, Players Ball was 93.
The album, I bet it's on albums. When the album,
but I guarantee you it was a banger on the album.
Look, it's 90. Southern Playlist that came out.
Do you know all the players came from far and wide?
Look, you like Lil Wayne, and you ain't even put him on your top Southern.
Sir,
come on.
I like Lil Wayne too.
I know my Outkast. I know my Outkast, dog. I know my Outkast.
I'm just saying. You got Wu-Tang on here. Like, come on. De La Soul? De La Soul is from the soul?
But he had an album in 93?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's all 93. Oh, you forgot. Hey, Come Clean.
I don't know, because I was like 8, so
I'm just gonna look. I'm just gonna say.
I was like 8. I mean, I know you might remember, and you know.
I'm just gonna say I looked through the albums, guys. Like, there's albums on there that I'm like, I love. Midnight Marauders, love. That album. Marauders. But it's not like I'm putting it in the car. Like, if I'm gonna say I'm gonna put some woofers on it, I'm not putting Midnight Marauders in the joint. That's not it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I went with.
We need to go back to what bass was king, like Magic Mike. Drops, and that's where you go in at. Magic Mike.
Hey, I ain't got that one. All I know is that in that Channing Tatum
Money.
JT Money.
That's way further forward.
No, JT Money.
JT Money, yeah.
We're not talking about what you had in your.
I was in the club when JT.
We're not talking about what you had in 1993. We're discussing the album.
You still think "Crank That Soulja Boy" is your prom song? So
first of all, it
probably was. It
probably was, but because I didn't go to prom because I was busy.
Robbing people. That's why you going to jail now. Wherever that's at the prom, you robbing people's house.
No, I was. What the hell did I do for prom?
No damn thing.
Look,
he said,
Soulja Boy, tell him.
I remember.
2007. This is your night.
Tell him again, Jody. Tell him again.
Oh yeah, Weezy one of the goats.
He said, you sounded real bitchy.
Like 12.
You know, that was straight for him. That was real. Like,
hey, Jody prom song was something from NBA Youngboy.
He's like, he just got out.
Yeah, he just got out of school.
He just learned how to cuss.
I literally got I got a pair of Jordans older than Jody right now.
Don't let him talk about you like that, Jody.
We gotta get you on the show, man. We gotta get you coming back.
Oh yeah, we gotta get Jody back on the show, dog.
Anyways, all the folks out there, hey, y'all know my list was legit. It's right there. I put it over on the deal for you. Mm-hmm. You know my list was legit. If you want to go hear some 93 bangers, go get these songs right here. Them must be knocking in the ride. You want to enjoy them, and they gonna have some lyrics for you too. You know what I'm saying? So you got that run right there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, get you some history right there. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Learn it up. Get you some history of what's going down. You know what I mean?
Essays on Guru the Damager. I mean, 40 essays. My bad.
He said he coming for you.
Oh.
You still think Mary J. Blige old school?
He said he coming for you.
She's not old. Thank you very much.
It's all good. We love you, Jody. It's all good, man. But we about to get up out of this joint. We've been on here for a minute. What, Jody trying to get one more thing in? Oh, you know what I'm saying? He said he was driving a Flintstone car.
Yeah.
Out here. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you got to get one more in there. That's good. We got you, man. So, hey, we really appreciate you, One Son, coming out here.
Hey, man, I had fun, man. And I appreciate y'all.
We really appreciate y'all. If y'all go find him on the socials, go ahead, let them know where they can find you on the socials there, One Son.
Well, One Son Zoo. That's One Son, ONESONTZU. One Son Zoo. That's my Instagram. As far as all my music, all 10 projects, you can find it on Spotify, all the digital download platforms. One Son, ONESON. That's it.
All right, man. Yeah. We really appreciate you. Go check out One Son. Once again, we'll be back next week. It's been Mid Ketchup Podcast.
Yep.
Episode 36. That sounds like the Blair Witch Project that's coming through the damn screen. So do not follow that. That's scary. I am scared right now. Everybody sleep well, because now I feel like I'm gonna have a nightmare. But everybody out there, it's great to be back. Hey, 2023, we about to do some stuff. We're gonna get some merch out here. I'm trying to work on getting some t-shirt designs going on. Trying to make sure that we have guests out here. Of course, we're gonna have the perspective. You know what I'm saying? Perspective gonna be in the building, and we're gonna get our other perspective. Melissa out there. What's up, Melissa? Hey.
Been on one episode.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, she's working on being a doctor, man. We can't hate on her, man.
She busy.
We can get a doctor on here. Think about that. In the future, we'll be like, we have Dr. Simpson's.
Lord knows. 8 more classes, honey. 8 more classes. Woo, Lord.
That's what's up.
You know, y'all gonna have to start calling me Dr. Perspective.
Man,
but
okay.
You know what? You still not gonna get no respect though.
Y'all disrespectful as hell.
Man, we love you.
Okay.
Stop playing.
Look,
all right, well,
we love you.
We love you. We appreciate everybody out there. Make sure y'all click, subscribe, do all those good things. Hit us up on the socials.
Yep.
You know, we got the Men Ketchup Facebook. We got the Men Ketchup on YouTube. We got you can hit me up at Lofton_Hayes MKP. So that's the Men Ketchup on the Twitter joint. We got Men Ketchup, I think, on all the other social platforms. So just find us. We out there. There's not a lot of people use Men Ketchup. That's why we use Men Ketchup.
Boom.
It all works. Yeah, we tricked you. We got you. You figured it out. Yeah, we doing our thing. So anyways, we about to get up out of here. I'm gonna hit you with this outro. Hey, we love you. We will see y'all next week. Men Ketchup, episode 36.
Bye, y'all.
We out.